polls if you live in New York City, but really just wanting to encourage everybody to go ahead and help elect Mamdani today. So, um, this is it. This is us overthrowing Trump. I mean, this isn't the end of Trumpism entirely, but it's a big step in overthrowing Trump right now. So let's do it. We can and should do it. We should do it with voting when we can. This is a perfect opportunity to end Trumpism with voting. So, electing Mamdani is um, really one of the biggest victories for us and defeats of Trump. So, good luck to everybody, and thank you. And I'm really looking forward to, I mean, it seems like it could be in just a few minutes that we're celebrating, about 15, 20 minutes. We're celebrating like the polls closing. Of course, there'll be some votes out there, but they'll all be votes for Mamdani. So I don't think it'll take very long for them to call the race that Mamdani wins. And I'm hoping that while we're live for another 20 minutes or so, the polls will close and they'll have an estimate of it, or they'll have some um, early returns and they'll be able to predict the Mamdani win. So, yay! Go Mamdani! Go New York City! Go America! Go everybody for helping elect Mamdani, helping defeat Trump. I do think that they're pretty much the same thing again. It's not like Trump's going to be completely defeated when we elect Mamdani, but it's going to be a good sign. It's going to be a good step in the right direction for defeating Trump. So, other things I want to talk about are the plan for universal health care, which they actually set us up for nicely with their stupid JP Morgan Trumpstein shutdown. So they want to have insurance only for rich people. They want to kick everybody else off of insurance. And I say let the baby have their bottle, open the government up, let the premiums skyrocket, let the insurance premiums just shoot right up, but nobody pay them. Have somebody like Jasmine Crockett or AOC saying, I'm running for president and I'm asking you to not pay your insurance premiums anymore. Let that industry collapse. Send all your medical bills to the White House and then send me to the White House and I'll take care of it. Universal health care, just like that. I think AOC or Jasmine Crockett could make that statement in a way that people understood and believed her and could win the presidency based on that. And that concept of a plan just turns into universal health care. So just stop paying your medical bills, send them to the White House, stop paying your insurance, let the insurance companies collapse, and done and done. They didn't want to let any poor people or middle class people have insurance. Fine. Nobody gets insurance. So take away all the rich people's insurance too by collapsing the insurance industry. You're welcome. You're welcome. And whoever promises that should be able to become president on that promise. So you're welcome to that idea, Jasmine Crockett, AOC. Either of you are welcome to use that, or anybody's welcome to use that and become the president. So right now we should be celebrating Mamdani winning as mayor of New York City, end of Trumpism, because that represents a huge victory for us to defeat Trump. Should be celebrating that any minute now. Like, polls close in about 20 minutes. Of course, everybody in line gets to vote. So if you're in New York City, person who's not here right now, okay, if you're in New York City, stop watching this live. Go get in line and go vote. As long as you're in line before 9, you can vote. That's about, I don't know, 10 minutes away. So every vote counts, and it's not just that it counts for the votes, because we need the votes, of course, voting is important, but it's going to count for you. You're going to be able to remember that you helped elect Mamdani and that helped end Trumpism, and everybody's going to love you for it. So thank you. I feel like everybody should love me for doing my part, just promoting him from here in Colorado, and you can promote him from anywhere. In fact, you can't even send him any more money. Well, I mean, you couldn't send him more money for the last few weeks because he's maxed out on the money he can accept, but you can keep promoting him. So um, you can send the money to Kat Abighazali or another progressive candidate, or you can fund your campaign and become a mini Mamdani yourself. Anyway, Mamdani's victory in about 10 minutes should prove that Trump is done. The numbers should come back that the billionaires lost and the people won. And we're going to change things accordingly, and it's going to be awesome. And Mamdani will be a good role model for millions of other mini Mamdanis to become mayors all over the country and take other roles, senators and congresswomen and congressmen and congresspeople, and it's going to be fantastic. I believe that we will win. We're going to win really big in this um, Mayor Mamdani election today. Again, the polls close in about 10 minutes, but as long as you get in line, you can still vote. And even if Mamdani's already projected to win or won in a landslide, you're going to want to vote in this election to be part of that landslide, to be part of the historic moment of electing Mayor Mamdani. So get out there and vote. Get in line. As long as you're in line before 9, you can vote. So you got about 10 minutes left to get in line. One person I'm talking to right now. Still, it's the concept, it's the thought that counts. It's supporting Mamdani. We should only support the people who support Mamdani too. We should only support the people who've always supported Mamdani. It'll be easy for more people to support him once he wins becoming the mayor. And we should quickly drop support for anybody who doesn't support him then once he wins. But again, there's been plenty of people who did support Mamdani already and plenty of people who didn't. And that should be the cutoff. That should be the litmus. We should be like, hey, we'll support you if you supported Mamdani. We won't support you if you didn't. And they should have known that was coming. But I've been talking about it for quite some time. Only support those who support Mamdani. Don't support anybody who didn't support Mamdani. So that's the well, I'm just showing off my pins because I got these pins from the Good Fortune movie, which is really good, so go see that. But anyway, celebrating the Mamdani election, we should be getting the results in about 10 minutes. I mean, it seems like he could have already called it because, he should be able to have a big enough lead that it's insurmountable, even with 10 minutes to go before the polls close. And everybody in line can still vote. As long as you're in line before 9, you can still vote, so go vote for Mamdani, and let's save America from Trump and the billionaires and Trump-hootineers. Anyway, going to celebrate that pretty soon. I was looking forward to having somebody come into the live and say, Mamdani won, Mamdani won, we won, Trump lost, all this stuff. No status quo, all this stuff. I was looking forward to somebody coming into the live and being able to say that. But I don't know if I'll go live long enough to get the actual report. But I want to go ahead and celebrate Mamdani winning, Trump losing, the people winning all over the country, and Trump losing all over the country, as is coming to pass. So really looking forward to that. And thanks everybody for helping Mamdani win. Thanks for saving Gaza. Thanks for saving America. Like, we did that. You did that. So take credit for that. Don't let them give credit to the tyrants who started the wars and prolonged the wars and profited from the wars and benefited from the wars, and finally let us stop them. We were the ones who were always trying to stop the war. So we should take credit for that and take credit / continue the efforts of saving America. Got to save America from Trump and Putin and these Trump-hootineers. So it's too late for a lot of people, like the people that they just killed in that plane crash. It's too late for all the people they flood killed in Texas. It's too late for all the people around the world who they killed by canceling aid programs and all this other stuff. But we can still stop Trump before the next people it's too late for. It's too late for Pope Francis, but we can still stop Trump before he kills even more people. He just killed a bunch of people in the plane crash. Oh, hey, Carissa, thanks for coming. I don't know if you heard or saw about the terrible plane crash that I'm imagining Trump's shutdown caused the plane crash by not paying the air traffic controllers and having people work without pay, which of course is one of Trump's pet goals, is to get slavery back. But yeah, he shut down the government and they didn't pay the air traffic controllers, and there was a huge fiery crash in Kentucky or Tennessee or someplace where it looks like surely lots of people were killed by this plane full of fuel crashing. So Trump kills again. Trump's kill count is shooting right up. And we got to stop Trump because he's going to keep killing Americans. He's going to keep gleefully killing Americans for Putin until we stop him. So let's stop Trump. I've been saying that for months, and if we'd stopped him before, there's a lot of people we could have saved. But we didn't. So let's stop him now so that we save the people he's going to kill next. Yeah, it is sad. It's also just blame Trump for it, I mean, you knew planes were going to start crashing once Trump shut down the government. Like, that's going to be an outcome of shutting down the government and stressing and straining and losing all these air traffic controllers. So Trump killed those people, just like so Trump's killed these people with a river of fire. He killed all those people in Texas with a river of water, with a flood of water. And hi, Amanda, welcome. And we got to stop Trump before he kills again. He's going to keep killing. It's pretty much what he does. He's going to kill for Putin. That's his goal. And he's destroyed half of our White House. He keeps killing Americans, and he kills a bunch of people around the world. He keeps kidnapping Americans, and he doesn't like to be called what he is, which is why I'm going to go ahead and say, hey, your concentration camps put you on the wrong side of history. You know, surprise, surprise, the concentration camps that you're responsible for put you on the wrong side of history. So stop making concentration camps, stop killing Americans, stop destroying our White House. But for what you've already done, there should be consequences. So seize all the companies that funded Trump destroying the White House, arrest their executives, throw all the ICE agents in jail for life, and all their enablers. Like, jail for life is the punishment for kidnapping, with complicated with other crimes, and they're always committing other crimes. So jail them for life, and recognize that this was a trap. Trump knocking on the White House was a trap, and all the companies that helped him should get trapped by that and get seized by the American people, their executives put in prison. All the people who took bonuses to kidnap people should go to jail for life. They fell for a trap. All of Trumpism is a trap. We can end all of it. So we're going to start with the significant ending of Trumpism today by electing Mamdani. So looking forward to that. Report should be in about 5 minutes. They say the polls are closing, and all reports, all exit polling suggests Mamdani wins in a huge landslide, 27 points. I'm just throwing that out there, 27-point victory. But yeah, so help Mamdani win. Thank you. We should only be supporting people who supported Mamdani. It's going to be easy for a bunch of people to jump on the bandwagon when he's actually going to be the mayor. But yeah, Zoran will win for sure. And thank you for helping. Zoran's going to win, and then many Mamdanis are going to win all over the country. This is pretty much the end of Trumpism. Today will go down in history as the end of Trumpism. I mean, we could have stopped him for any number of reasons before this, but Zoran Mamdani winning the mayor election in New York City will be one big end of Trumpism. Everybody calling Trump out for making that plane crash, killing all those people in Texas or Tennessee or wherever the hell it is, should help too. I mean, we should have called Trump out for flood killing all those Texans. We didn't, because I guess nobody cares about Texans. But we should have stopped him after that. We should have stopped him before that. Archie M is a Trumputin here, saying illegal aliens should not be allowed here. I don't even know what you're talking about. That doesn't even describe anything. You're talking about UFOs or something? Like, Ashley M, you shouldn't be allowed internet access because you believe Trump. You're not really, it makes you like inhuman. It makes you like a Nazi, not zombie, or not Zionist. It makes you into a zombie. Okay, so stop believing Trump. Become human again. Chris is answering the question, are you planner or spontaneous? Spontaneous most days, but I like plans as well. Yeah, plans can be good. Good plans can be good. I've got a good plan. Universal health care. All we got to do is open the government up, let the premiums skyrocket, let the premiums shoot right up, like the Republicans want, because they want insurance only to be for rich people. So let the premiums shoot right up, but nobody pay them. Stop paying insurance premiums. Let the insurance companies collapse. Cancel all insurance, including for rich people. Send all the medical bills to the White House, and send Jasmine Crockett or AOC to the White House to pay them, to take care of it. You have universal health care, just like that. You could have it in a week, basically, because you can collapse the insurance industry in probably a week or two, maybe a month. And then Trump will have to deal with it in the meantime. Or we'll go ahead and get rid of Trump, because we'll say, hey, as soon as we get an American in the White House, we'll pay these medical bills. But we're going to end the insurance industry because y'all didn't let us have it. That's why we can't have nice things. It wasn't very nice. That's kind of just a joke. But not paying insurance, letting the insurance industry collapse into socialized healthcare, that's very real. That's not a joke at all. And AOC or Jasmine Crockett can run on that. I'm giving it to you right now. There's your plan. There's your concepts of a plan. Just tell everybody stop paying insurance. We're going to socialize healthcare. Done and done. Let the baby have his bottle. Open up the government. Let their premium skyrocket. Just nobody pay them. Ashley M, I don't know if you've got it yet. You don't matter. Okay, your comments are not useful. Okay, you haven't in 2 minutes or whatever since your last comment. You haven't disavowed Trump. You haven't become human again. Why would you be typing comments? You need to work on being human. You need to work on rejecting Trump and Putin, rejecting the Antichrist. Okay? I can help you out with real Jesus, but real Jesus defeats your Antichrist Trump. Real Jesus defeats your Antichrist Trump and Putin and all the evil trap that they caught you in. So if you want out of that trap, you can ask for help, but don't try to say something in the live. Okay? You're a MAGA. Your opinions don't matter. Uh, Ashley said, God will punish you eventually unless you repent. Your God is fake. Okay? Your God is an evil lie. Jesus is from the goddess. Jesus isn't even from your fake God. Jesus is from the goddess. Jesus is the leader of the no kings. Jesus is the anti-king leader of the no kings, and he beats the Antichrist Trump, the king of kings, fake Jesus, and your fake God. So yeah, your God ain't gonna do shit. I'll put it that way. Your God didn't even protect those Texans from Trump flood killing them. Trump flood killed like 300 Texans. Your God didn't protect them. Your God's fake as fuck. But Jesus set Judas aside to replace all Christianity and replace your God with the goddess. So you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. RDX, check the stats. Yeah, nice to meet you, RDX U20. RDXX U20. Let's see your channel activity. You joined 6 months ago and you have a subscriber. I mean, thanks for checking. Demetrius says, Trump is king. Demetrius is a Nazi. What is Demetrius? Yeah, he's a Nazi. Rabbit's Days says, what if someone doesn't support the left or right? Then you're supporting the right. So your question answered itself. You're saying you don't support the left or right. That's supporting the right. If you want to oppose the right, if you want to oppose fascism, there's the left. The left are the last Americans left. It's not a bad thing to be a leftist. It's a bad thing to be a fake leftist, like this asshole in here earlier who claimed to support Bernie, but then was cheering on Vance 2028. You know, like, yeah, fake leftists are just Trump-Putiners. But you become a real leftist, and you're fine. If you don't support the left, you're supporting the right. That's how that works. Centrists enable fascists. Don't be a fascist. Look up centrist enable fascist and then come back after you've educated yourself. I'm not walking you through this. I'm not spoon feeding you freedom. Okay? I'm telling you how to get free of the trap of fascism. Yeah, you're not important, Rabbits Dazed. Again, let's look at Rabbits Dazed. RABBITZ joined 4 years ago and has 14 subscribers. Why would anyone talk to you? You know, it's like, you know, are people supposed to talk to every, you know, thing they imagine in their heads? You know, no. Like you're not even as significant as a figment of someone's imagination. Think about it. Become more significant. Stop being a damn idiot or a troll or whatever you are. Like, become something. Be a person, you know? Reconnect with the baby that you betrayed by becoming a centrist or a Nazi or whatever you are. You sound like a Trump-Putineer to me. You're not coming across as not a Trump-Putineer. You're coming across as a boring troll. It's like, I don't have any principles. What do I do if I don't believe in anything? So, you know. Yes, that's how a stream goes, friendo. No one's your friend. Think about it. Not your friend. Trying to LARP that I'm your friend or that you can call me friendo. It's weird, you know? Like, no one likes you. Why would I like you when you're coming across as a centrist or a, you know, both sides or whatever, you know, you're a Nazi. It makes you a Nazi to not oppose Nazis. We got Nazis to oppose. You don't seem like you're opposing them. Makes you a Nazi. Demetrius says, the only idiot is you. Dude, Putin runs your brain. You're like as important as a shit that Putin took and flushed 10 years ago. Like, you don't matter. The fact that you have access to this live and a keyboard, which you shouldn't have. You shouldn't be allowed on the internet. You're a Trump-boutonniere. Oh, Demetrius Antoine is so stupid. He thinks he's not a Nazi. That's right. You're way too stupid to talk to. At least the other Nazis in this live, the ones who brag about being Nazis, plenty of people in real life like you, my man. But they don't. The problem is they don't. So, I'm not, though. I'm anti-left and anti-right. No, you're nothing. You're a Nazi. You are the right. If you're anti-left, you're the right. You know, you're not some new thing. You know, you're not going off in some new direction. Like, you know, describe it if you are, but you're not. The left is a perfectly fine place to be. Being woke is totally fine. There's nothing wrong with it. What's your problem with the left? I'll put it that way. While you're LARPing as a centrist, what's your problem with the left? Or what do you agree with on the left? No, I'm not answering the phone. I don't know what he's calling about. It's important to go ahead and teach you other people. You people really can't be taught. You're kind of beyond redemption. But to teach other people to use thing. See, Sir Rabbit Days is just a gun Nazi. I support whoever lets me keep my Second Amendment and leaves people personal lives alone. So Trump's kidnapping people. You're supporting the kidnapping because you're not including those people in personal lives that need to be left alone. You're supporting the kidnapping. You are supporting the kidnapping. You're supporting Trump as a kidnapper. You realize these kidnappers are going to jail for life. You guys, for enabling them, should also be going to jail. Again, you playing stupid, the type of troll that plays stupid and needs everything explained to them, which is pretty much all MAGA. Like, do you know that being a Nazi is bad? You know, even Demetrius says, I'm not a Nazi. Of course, when Nazis come into my life and say a bunch of stuff, including bragging about being Nazis, you agree with everything they say. Every single thing. And then some of you will say you're not Nazis, and the other ones will gladly brag about it. But we don't have that on the left. We don't have people who are actually bragging about being Nazis in the left. You guys have that. And as far as I can tell, it's about half of you. And the other half are just too stupid to realize what you are. There is no anti-left and anti-right. You're a Nazi. Like, no, most Nazis don't admit that they're Nazis, okay? About half the ones in my live do. But you're exactly like them. So you are a Nazi, okay? You can play stupid. You can play centrist. You can play all these things. But what you are is a Nazi. And you should know that being a Nazi is wrong and stop being one. There's no center. The centers are not. Who's the center? Michael Bloomberg? Hakeem Jeffries? Chuck Schumer? They're the center. They didn't support Mamdani, so they're Nazis. That's what it comes down to today, boyo. Slavo. Listen, Slavo. You support Trump and Putin by not opposing Trump and Putin. You're not in some group that's going to oppose, what are you, 3%er or something? What do you think you are? That's not the left, but not the right. You're some type of hardcore centrist. You don't exist. Stop not existing. You're not racist, though. Yeah, you are. You're supporting a racist. You're not opposing a racist. There's a clear path to opposing the racist Trump, and you're not opposing it. Do you know that Trump's a racist? You're a Nazi because you're just pretending that you're not the things that you are. How do you oppose Trump? Tell me how you oppose Trump. Try to win some points. You very much do oppose racism. How do you oppose Trump and racism? Tell us how you do it. Tell us in the chat how you oppose Trump and racism. I'm predicting nothing. I'm predicting you're not going to be able to say anything. Tell us in the chat how you oppose Trump and racism. I've went against everything Trump has wanted to do. No, you didn't. But you didn't. The problem is you're just a liar. Everyone can tell when you liars are lying. You didn't do a damn thing. Tell us of what post you made. You didn't do anything. That's the problem. All you can do is lie. Tell us something you did. Tell us something you said that opposed Trump once. Tell us what it was. See, it was nothing, right? See how it was nothing? See, you can't come up with a single thing to say. Hayward Jablomi showed up before you could say anything and said a whole ass other sentence before you could say something. You obviously had time to type things, but you didn't type anything because you got nothing to say. You're just a liar, like every single Trump supporter. You're caught in a trap. You're losing your soul for it. I could help you out. Reparations for my peeps, we was kings, is what Haywood Jablomi said. How can we forget that? Absolutely everything, brother man. No, nothing. You did nothing. You're helping Trump right now by trolling a live that's against Trump. That's all you've ever done is help Trump by being an obstacle. Stop being a damn obstacle. You're absolutely privileged. What do you mean your life is absolutely great? You're happy with your country kidnapping people and putting them in concentration camps? That makes you a Nazi. Your life is great while your government is putting people in concentration camps? That makes you a Nazi. You can stop being a Nazi, but first step in stopping being a Nazi is recognize that you're a goddamn Nazi. That everyone hates you for reasons. That everyone will always hate you forever, for the rest of your life, for good reason. Because you were being a Nazi when it counted. You're not asking legitimate questions. You're being a stupid troll. Okay? Don't act confused. Don't act like you don't know what's going on. This is all you ever do is act stupid. You run around and act stupid. I've never met you before, and I can tell that every time you've been online, you run around acting stupid. What's a Nazi? Like you're just a Nazi. You're nothing special. You're a run-of-the-mill, common Nazi that plays stupid on the internet. That's all you've ever done. You know, you shouldn't be allowed internet access. You're a waste. Okay, so your response was, yes, my life is great. I'm free to do as I please because my great-great-great-grandparents came here legally. No, they didn't. No, they didn't do that. Your great-great-great-great-grandparents did not come here legally. And you're bragging about your privilege of being fourth generation American or something. You're bragging about that privilege when I asked you about being proud of your country kidnapping people and putting them in concentration camps. So the problem is you're a goddamn Nazi, and your fourth generations of American ancestors and all your ancestors before that are ashamed of you. And the reason you brought them up is so I can tell you on their behalf, your ancestors are ashamed of you. Your ancestors are a lot closer to me right now than they are to you because you betrayed them by becoming a Nazi Trump-Putineer. Your family been in America for 4 generations and you betrayed it for goddamn Trump? They hate you. Your ancestors hate you. Your grandfathers, your great-grandfathers, your great-great-grandfathers, your great-great-great-grandfathers, your grandmothers and your great-grandmothers and your great-great-great-grandmothers and your great-great-great-great-grandmothers hate you, rabbits dazed. Is that what you came on net and YouTube to find out today? That your ancestors hate you for betraying them? For betraying the humanity that they gave to you? Your ancestors despise you, rabbits dazed, for being a goddamn Nazi. And even your Nazi ancestors probably despise you for not being proud of it. But we know what you are. Yeah, your ancestors hate you. You're hated by your ancestors. You've betrayed hundreds, thousands of lives that led to you in order for you to waste it being a neutral Trump-Putineer. See how you're on this team with Haywood Jablomi, a Klan troll, a troll who trolls by using Klan tropes in order to try to increase the Klan. You see how you're on his team? You see how you guys are the same? You're the same as a Klansman. and you're the same as a Nazi. Stop being that. Okay, your ancestors hate you. I'm glad you brought them up because your ancestors fucking hate and despise you. Like they wished that you had been anyone else or that they had not gone this way. You're a disgrace to your entire family tree. You're a disgrace to the entire slice of humanity that led to you. You've insulted all of us. You've embarrassed all of us. You don't stand for anything that your ancestors stood for. If your ancestors came to America and wanted to be Americans, you betrayed America by supporting Trump. You remember how you couldn't say a single goddamn thing you ever did against Trump? Because you're a Trumper. Okay, you can lie about it, but you could also just change what you are and stop being a Trumper. Trump made everything you are a lie. You can change that and become a real person, but you won't. Okay, Rabbit Stays, the Trumper. The Trumper Rabbit Stays says, how can I be racist and all of my friends are African American or some sort of LGBTQ? Okay, so you don't have any friends. Okay, I'm sorry that you have zero friends. I'm sorry that all of your zero friends are African American and you have zero friends who are LGBTQ because you obviously have zero friends. Like, I can do math, dude. I voted against him, you tard. No, you didn't. Okay, you never voted against Trump. You're just lying. You realize that voting against Trump is the bare minimum that anyone could do to be respected or considered or talked to. That anyone should have enough respect for someone to vote against Trump is the bare minimum. But you didn't do that. You're lying about it. Both times. There were 3 times, you fucking idiot. You can't even count. You're a triple Trumper. We know you're what they call a triple Trumper. You're what the IHIP girls call a triple Trumper because you voted for Trump 3 times. Actually, you fantasized about voting for Trump 3 times because you live in Belgium or some shit. You see how stupid this is? Do you see how stupid you being a goddamn Nazi is? How big a waste of a time you being a Nazi is? Dude, Zoran Mamdani might have won the election, and we missed it talking to your dumbass about things about LARPing about being neutral when you know you're a goddamn Nazi. Trumper. Wild, my best friend is FTM trans. No, they're not. You don't have a friend. Text them right now. Tell them to come to the live. Text your best friend who's FTM trans. You know, my best friend is FAQ Twigs. Anyway, like, we can all lie. You know, my roommate is a trans furry, goes to another school. My roommate's an imaginary trans furry, goes to another school, who Kash Patel writes all her text messages. Kash Patel and the Temu KGB, Temu Chat GPT. Yeah, keep doing that. Zip code 44314. Okay, you're in Akron, Ohio. Easy to hunt down this Nazi in Akron, Ohio. See, what I do this live for, besides actually getting information out there, I wanted to celebrate Mamdani winning. That's what we were going to do. Celebrate Mamdani winning. But she decided to make it about you. So the other thing I do this live for is to help the Nazi hunters hunt you goddamn MAGA Nazis. And you're a goddamn MAGA Nazi. You might play stupid, but we can fucking tell. Idiot. God. MAGA Nazis are the stupidest fucking people that have ever existed on the face of the planet. We got an example right here in Rabbit's Dazed. Dumbass MAGA Nazi throwing out a zip code 44314 for when the Nazi hunters get around to him. He has a real job, unlike you, my man. Who are you even talking about? Has a real job. Who is that even a reference to? Who are we talking about? I got plenty of protection. Okay, so you're a weapons cache. We'll also put you down as a weapons cache. For when real Americans need weapons, they can take them from you. You dumb shit. Thanks for advertising. Weapons cache in Akron, Ohio, zip code 41314. Goes by the name Rabbit's Days. We'll go ahead and get the rest of his information for the Nazi hunters. We'll make a highlight of this to make it easy for them to catch him. He was also in a live on the one called Temu KGB FBI Lies about Tyler Robinson's roommate. Stop MAGA Terrorists by every means. He was in No King's Day Terrorist, 2+ If you want to track them, he was in No King's Day Terrorists. He was also in Church of Judas, Replace MAGA Churches and Give Their Homes to Immigrants. He was in all of those lives. I'll make a highlight so the Nazi hunters can get him in the Akron, Ohio, zip code 44314. This is Rabbits Dazed with a Z and no space, capital R, capital D. Got you. Now the Nazi hunters can come take your house. Thanks for donating your house to immigrants who are far more American than you MAGA Nazis ever were. Let's see. Hope you get your wish with Mamdani. We're all getting our wish with Mamdani. Mamdani's winning big. It should have happened by now. Has anybody got the report? Have we got the how big Mamdani's won by yet? Have we got how big of an L Trump just took? Rabbit States, hope they come. We're on level 4 plates. What are you talking about? People don't have to come to your... Dude, you're a weapons cache. We send one drone. Once you're gone, your house is a weapons cache. You're such an idiot. Trump Putiners are the stupidest people anyone's ever heard of. They can't when they are in the best safes you can buy. Dude, your safes? I mean, I'm glad your guns are in safes. I'm going to go ahead and give you credit for that. Glad your guns are in safes. Well done that your guns are in safes. Just write the codes on the safes for us when we come pick them up. JP says, since all you Democrats are so... Oh, no, sorry. JP's not a Nazi. JP's an American. I'm so sorry. I get so used to reading the Nazis' comments in Russian. Sorry. JP says, since all you Democrats are so enraged and angry all the time, what's holding you back from moving to a more socialized country? We're moving this to a more socialized country. You didn't hear? We're canceling insurance. They tried to make insurance only for rich people and kick all the poor people and middle-class people off of insurance. Fine. We're going to cancel all insurance. We're going to have socialized healthcare here. By canceling insurance, we just stop paying the bills. Stop paying the insurance, send all the medical bills to the White House, send Jasmine Crockett or AOC to the White House to pay them. Done and done. Universal healthcare. You're welcome. You're welcome. So we'll go back to the Nazi centrist comment. But I haven't been in here. You can't talk your way out of it now, dude. Like, you've been identified. Your name has been knitted on the list. Like, I warned you plenty of times. This is not the place for Nazis to speak up and brag about what big of Nazis they are. This is the place for Nazis to get hunted down. So stop drawing attention to yourself, you stupid Nazi. We've already got plenty of information on you. You're not going to be hard to find. You can cancel your insurance and not pay the bill, but you will live in utter poverty. No, you won't. We're getting universal health care. We're canceling all insurance. There's not going to be an insurance industry anymore. That's what you get. That's what you Nazis get for jacking up the prices on everybody, trying to kick everybody off insurance. You're idiots. Just like your inflation is going to make your money worth less when you're the people who have a bunch of money, so presumably, or fantasize about having a bunch of money. The Nazi Rabbit Stay says, I mean all but 4 are. Also, that drone can fly through ballistic glass in foot and half thick steel doors. Brethren, you sound slow. Dude, it's not that hard. I mean, I'm sure you're a big prepper too. You got a bunch of food stocked up behind your 3-foot steel doors on your house. Like, what are you doing, dude? Like, what house in Akron, Ohio has 3-foot steel doors? Also, drone jammers are a thing. You don't have one. You stupid idiot. Take the weapons out of the safe, Dan Bob says. Gregory Nichols says, Barfly told to leave and don't come back. Talk, talk, talk. I have no idea what that means. Carissa, thanks for coming back, Carissa. I welcome everyone to invade my property. Dan Bob says, barking dog is delusional. Rabbit Stay says, you're not getting through my safe. Dude, just yeah, take the guns out. Make it easy on everybody. And yeah, if somebody wants to get through your safe, they can. Gregory Nichols says, you and the swamp are terrified, and that's a good thing. Dude, you're the swamp. Okay? Trump is the swamp creature. You guys are all traitors and terrorists. JP sound like you just love socialism and free education and free healthcare and free housing and free food stamps and maybe a living wage. Is that right? Yeah. Sounds great. I don't get you, JP. Are you joking? Like, yeah, yeah, we love all that stuff. Free stuff's great. Jammers are only $2,000. You're not jamming a drone, dude. You're not jamming all the drones. And if you have a drone jammer that's worth $2,000, thanks for letting everybody know. Zach Kent says, "You're probably a ridiculous prepper. You're also stupid because you don't have a drone jammer." Yeah, I mean, pretty much. Rabbit says, "They aren't getting the food, thick door, and 2-inch steel rod locks, keeping it closed, friend." I've been here, just quiet. That's fine. I'm probably going to shut it down pretty soon anyway. I was hoping somebody could report Mamdani. How big did Mamdani win by? Anybody know? Have the poll? Remember how they were calling Trump winning the election of 2024 in like 15 seconds? You know, like before the polls closed, they were all calling it. So, what's the call on Mamdani? How big did we win? Christopher Cinemar waving at Carissa. JD Stewart says, "Please, please what? I don't know." Gregory Nichols says, "Total joke, total joke." I remember Gregory Nichols. He seems old. Gregory Nichols seems really old. Let's find out how old his YouTube channel is. 8 years, 4 subscribers. Anyway, Jasmine Crockett or AOC should be running for president pretty soon. They should be saying, "Don't pay your insurance anymore. Let's let the insurance industry fail. Send all your bills to the White House and send me to the White House to take care of them." See, Dan Bob is bragging about being a Nazi. Dan Bob, do you brag about being a Nazi enough to actually say that you're a Nazi? Tell us in the comments if you brag about being a Nazi. Because the other people who talk like you brag about being Nazis in my chat. So you're gonna look like kind of like lightweight if you don't brag about being a Nazi. So we know you're a Nazi, but do you brag about being a Nazi, Dan Bob? I'm doing good, Carissa. How are you? Christopher says, "I did suggest your music, by the way. Thank you." You mean Foxen? Foxen? Who did you suggest it to? Thanks for that. That's pretty great. Why does Gregory Nichols say 0 likes? What are you talking about? You can't be talking about this live stream because I got a like. Although Net and YouTube does take them back away. I'm doing well, Christopher. How about you? Christopher? You remember Christopher, Carissa? Christopher says, 3 of my friend. Thank you. How are you doing, Christopher? So, let's all get acquainted. But yeah, Jasmine Crockett just needs to say, stop paying insurance, stop paying your medical bills, send them to the White House, send me to the White House, and we'll overthrow Trump. We'll overthrow the insurance industry that way. You pretty much cancel all the insurance industry with that simple statement. So I got another simple statement too. Automatic citizenship for everyone ICE contacts. Once we get big people who aren't suppressed like my channel is, to say automatic citizenship for everyone ICE contacts, we win. I'm glad you're doing well, Christopher. Glad you're doing well, Carissa. Glad all the anti-Trump people are doing well. I hope the pro-Trump people are not doing well real soon. Hope they're real sad about Mamdani winning this election and defeating Trump, defeating the sexual predator Trump and the sexual predator Andrew Cuomo. No mo Cuomo. No mo status Cuomo. So we're going to win with Mamdani today. He may have already won. Anybody got the report yet? I was hoping to get the report on this live because the polls have closed, although people can still vote if you're already in line. But those people who are going to vote now after Mamdani's already won are certainly voting for Mamdani. So everybody's voting for Mamdani. We got this. Chris says, "I'm okay, I think. I don't know. Be okay. Be better. Don't be best. That's a Nazi thing. But be better. Be better. Feel better." Dan Bob, the Nazi Dan Bob. Oh, that's right. I asked the Nazi a simple question. Dan Bob, are you proud to be a Nazi? Do you brag about being a Nazi, or do you deny being a Nazi? What side of that are you on? Which type of Trump-Boutonniere are you? The ones who brag about being Nazis, or the ones who deny being a Nazi? Which one are you? You got to be one or the other. And are you on the Charlie Kirk Nazionist, Zionist side of being a Trump-Boutonniere Nazi, or are you on the Groyper KKK Klan side, neo-Nazi side of being a Trump-Boutonniere Nazi? Which one of those are you? You got to be one or the other. You got to be either a Nazi that knows you're a Nazi or a Nazi that claims you're not a Nazi. But if you're a Trumper, you're one of those. JP says, what are you going to do when Mamdani's ideology rules and reigns? I'll enjoy every bit of it. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Buffalo Bob. Are you trying to say Buffalo Bill, but you're too like Romanian to make the American reference? Are you too Romanian? Are you too Estonian? Are you too much of a Trump-ootineer, Fairlane, to know what the American reference that you're trying to use is? Anyway. Corey Lane, nice to meet you. If you're American, please chat more and react. If you're a Trump-ootineer, fuck off. Like, you guys are losing big today. You guys are losing the New York election. You and Cuomo. You and Status Cuomo. JP says, I bet you'll enjoy that tax they place on you if you don't become a Muslim in the utter control they exercise over your every move. Well, that's not going to happen. I mean, the fact that you said that really only does one thing. It shows that you have like extreme Islamophobia. You're super racist. You're a Trumper, which, you know, I liked when you said something before. I guess you were being sarcastic, but you said something before that was actually cool. You sound like you just love socialism and free education and free healthcare. Yeah, I thought you were being sarcastic. Like, oh, you just love, they love the sweet taste. They love the free education and healthcare and socialism. Yeah, we do love that. It's like a people thing. People love that. Wait till more of us get it to love it. And yeah, you'll see that everybody loves it. Okay, we got any more people here? I'm probably going to shut down the live pretty soon. At most, I'm going to go 10 more minutes, but probably not going to. Corey Lane says, I'm Canadian. May I stick around for a moment? Of course. When I say Americans, I mean humans. I mean not Trump-ootineers. Everybody's welcome. In fact, if you guys want half of America, that can be arranged. I'm thinking at least Mexico needs to come pick up their kid, Texas. Go ahead and annex Texas. If you guys want to start annexing chunks of America, we'll help you. Like, we're pretty much done with it now. If Trump's going to just turn it into a fascist hellhole, we would rather Canada have half and Mexico have half, and then you guys can facilitate getting land back to the indigenous people, the people who it belongs to. And you could do that with some of your land too, Canada and Mexico. But you can start with America. You can start by carving up America half and half. You can facilitate the land back to the indigenous people in the northern, northeastern parts from Canada, and then Mexico can facilitate the land back to the indigenous people from the south, southwestern parts from Mexico. Okay, what is Cascadia? Well, maybe Alaska. Corey Lane says, nah, we're good. Well, maybe Alaska. They don't want America. That's how bad Trump trashed this motherfucking country, is the Canadians don't even want America. If we gave it to them, they'd be like, no thanks. Are you sure you didn't mean you were wanting to give it to Greenland? That's how bad we are when you can try to give somebody your country and they won't even take it. Pretty bad. That shows Trump has ruined things pretty bad. Anyway, I'm going to shut down the live pretty soon because I think my friend's coming over. He was waiting for me to text him back, and I never did. Although, I thought we'd already discussed everything that needed to be discussed. You give your property first, dumbass. That's what I'm doing. I'm giving my property, America, back to the indigenous people. I'm currently the owner. Okay. Sorry, I couldn't read all your comments. Net and YouTube hit a bunch of them. Corey Lane says, that would make sense, and they have a heavy indigenous population as well. Exactly. Yeah, pretty much. So you'd be doing us all a solid. Go ahead and take half of America, give it back to the indigenous people, and then maybe do some of the same with at least a good portion of Canada. Maybe keep some Canada just to be Canadian or whatever. I don't know. See what the indigenous people think. Let them make the decisions. Gregory says, Trump is the king of the world. Yeah, and your Antichrist, Trump, the king of kings, fake Jesus that you listen to, well, they're fake. That's an evil Jesus who's fake, is the Antichrist. Real Jesus is the anti-king leader of no kings. Real Jesus will beat Trump and all you Trump-ootineers. You're all in a trap. You're all in an evil trap of Trumpism. Real Jesus will destroy that trap. Carissa says, I'm going to go stand outside and hope to be abducted by aliens. I don't belong here. You belong in the live, though. I missed you in the live. Thanks for coming back. See you later, Corey Lane. Stay strong. Corey Lane says, see you later. Stay strong. See you later. I'm going to shut down the live because I got to go. But JD Stewart says, you are delusional. Mark Bobbles just arrived, and Mark Bobbles says they're all scared that Mamdani's policies may actually work. Mark Bobbles. See, Mark Bobbles is talking the truth. They're scared of Mamdani. They're scared of things working. They're scared of Jesus. They're scared of all the good stuff. They're scared of America. They're scared of democracy. They're scared of the truth. They're scared of the consequences for their actions. They're scared of everything. They're just a fear monger and fear cult. But Jesus has a plan to replace that. It's called the Church of Judas. Check out Church of Judas. Hashtag. Take, give, talk, give, take, give. I don't know what you're saying. Christopher Cinema says, read my response, please. I answered your question. Let me go back to Christopher Cinemas. Long live. What? Why'd you say long live? And then you said Cascadia. What is Cascadia? I don't even know what Cascadia is. If you answered it again after that, yeah, that was the last thing you said. They must have deleted it. Sorry about that. Net and YouTube must have deleted whatever you explained Cascadia was. Would you like to explain it again before I shut down the live? I'm just about to shut down the live. I was hoping to hear that Mamdani won and won big. Anybody know? Has anybody heard? I was hoping that to be announced live on the live so we could all celebrate. I'm celebrating anyway because I know it's going to happen. Just want to support everybody who supported Mamdani. Thank you. All right. JB is trying to argue about Trump not being what Trump obviously is. Your concentration camps put you on the wrong side of history. Trump doesn't like the word that we called the Germans. He doesn't like that word, although he is one. I got a lot of them in here who brag about being that, and they agree with everything Trump says. So he's one too. He just doesn't like the word. He doesn't like to be called out for it yet. I'm sure he'll start wearing the armband pretty soon. A proposed secession from America, Canada, or Washington. Yeah, I thought I heard about that, but I thought I heard it was white supremacist. That's why I wasn't going to say long live what you said, Cascadia. A proposed secession from America. Oh, Oregon and Washington. Okay, maybe I'm thinking of a different thing. I thought you were talking about a secessionary area between Oregon and Canada and California that was white supremacist. That has a name that my friend told me, but I can't remember what that name was. I guess it's not Cascadia. Is it not? I mean, I don't know. Okay, good. I hope it's not. But I mean, you know, that's cool of Washington and Oregon to tag along with California like that. I don't know that California needs you, but that's cool. Like, that's all fine. Like, secede or whatever. Like, again, the country's a fascist hellhole right now. So we either end it, we end the regime that's made it evil and improve it all, in which case I think California and Oregon would be perfectly happy. Dude, JD, I'm not explaining to you why Trump's a Nazi. I just told you. Your concentration camps put you on the wrong side of history. Do you have a problem with that explanation? The concentration camps that you and Trump are supporting put you on the wrong side of history. Okay? I just explained it to you. Mamdani won. Yes, I knew we were going to get to celebrate that here on the live. Thank you, Cherry B. Woohoo, fuck Trump. We won big. Fuck Trump and fuck you, Trump-Uteneer traitors. We destroyed you and we're going to keep destroying you. Thank you, Cherry B. Woohoo. That's all I was doing. I wanted to go live until somebody said Mamdani won, and I'm only live for 5 more minutes tops, but I'm going to use that time to celebrate beating Trump. Fuck Trump. Deport the deporters. Fuck Trump. Deport the traitors, not the waiters. Fuck Trump. No more status quo mo. No more status quo. No more sexual predators. No more billionaires. If the billionaires flee Mamdani's New York City, don't let the free buses hit you on the way out, bitches. You scared, stupid ass bitches. You don't deserve New York. We got it. Y'all can fuck the fuckity fuck right off, you stupid billionaire bitches and Trump-Uteneers. Ha ha ha. We destroyed you, and we're gonna keep on destroying you. We're going to destroy you until you're all gone, and we give all your houses to immigrants. We're gonna keep on destroying you until you're all gone, and we're gonna give all your houses to immigrants. We're gonna give your houses and your families to immigrants because you stupid Nazis lost your right to be in America, or you're going to prison for life. If you're ICE or if you help them, you're gonna spend the rest of your life in prison, you stupid fucking Nazis. Mamdani's gonna arrest Netanyahu. Ha 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 ha, you stupid fucks. You've really fucked it up. And We're gonna win. Virginia voted Democrat. J.D. Vance stepbrother lost. Yes, fuck J.D. Vance. Has J.D. Vance married Erica Kirk yet? Has Usha Vance been divorced and deported from the same courthouse yet? Looking forward to that little milestone. Thank you, Cherry B. Please follow and engage in my content. It's nice to have somebody like Cherry B here who cares about things. Cherry B. Thank you. JD Stewart says, why is it the fascist hellhole? You just keep saying it, but you won't explain. So having concentration camps, keep kidnapping people and putting them in concentration camps is pretty much a hallmark of fascist hellhole. Is there part of that you're missing? Are you missing part of that? Are you failing to understand? All right, any more comments? We're shutting it down. JD Stewart, explain what concentration camps, please. No, I'm not. We did this for another fucking Nazi who was in here earlier. I'm so stupid. I don't know what I am. Well, we all told you what you are, so stop fucking being it. Stop pretending you're too stupid to know what the fuck you are when we all told you what you are. This guy's freaking loser, says Greg Nichols. Accusations are confessions. Ill is here. Yes, we got the report from Cherry B that Mamdani was winning, but that's what we're doing the live for. You knew where to come. Ill, this is the most anti-Trump place on the internet. I mean, we get a lot of Trump boutonnieres here because I don't block them. I let them free speech it. But yeah, we get a bunch of Trump boutonnieres here, but this is the most anti-Trump, and I'll prove it to you. Automatic citizenship for everyone ICE contacts. Have you heard that from any other leftist? Well, they need to start saying it. Automatic citizenship for everyone ICE contacts. Let me say it one more time. Automatic citizenship for everyone ICE contacts. Here's another thing. Jasmine Crockett or AOC can win with this presidential promise. Stop paying your insurance. Stop paying your medical bills. Send them to the White House and send me to the White House, and I'll take care of them. Universal health care, just like that. Just like that. Concepts of a plan, but this plan actually works. You see how we make all their stuff backfire on them? They made the shutdown, we make the shutdown backfire on them. They want to cancel insurance for everybody, cancel insurance for everybody and make it backfire on them. Gregory Nichols says 0 likes, ha. Actually, there's 4 likes on here, and Net and YouTube takes my likes away. After I get likes, they take them away. So who knows? I could have got a lot more likes than that. Mamdani's about to win. Fuck Trump, that piece of trash. Thank you, ill. Or 4. Or I don't know what your name is, but 4 lines. Thank you. JD Stewart says, and know what you're saying. Gregory Nichols says 0 likes, ha. Dick Cheney went down today. That's true. Dick Cheney went down today. He's heading in Dick Cheney's heading in the wrong direction and always was. I mean, Dick Cheney did criticize Trump. He did support Kamala. Let's give him a little bit of credit, but he's responsible for Trump in the first place. All Republicans are. They don't get forgiven for that. I mean, we should welcome any Republicans to come back to being Americans again. We should try to make the biggest deal about MTG going woke or whatever. We should always be doing that. But we also can't forget what they did to put us here in the first place. It's all their fault. I mean, they're not as bad as the other ones, but they're the ones who are the most responsible for fixing it now. JD Stewart says, define concentration camp. Dude, look it the fuck up. Look up how many people call the camps that Trump is putting people in, concentration camps. That's what it is. Okay? You're defending it because you're a Nazi. Stop being a goddamn Nazi. Don't you think that a lot of Germans were running around saying, what's a concentration camp? Acting like they didn't know what the fuck was happening? You guys know. A lot of those Germans probably didn't know. You guys know because we've been telling you for fucking months. You're a goddamn Nazi. Now, Democrats just won. Mamdani, the Democrat, just won. Except all the Democrats that didn't support him, just lost. We're going to end all the corporate Democrats, all the centrist Democrats that didn't support Mamdani. It's Mamdani no matter who. We're only supporting those who supported Mamdani. I got to shut the live down, but we'll read Ill's huge night for Democrats so far. Yeah, hopefully they'll win New Jersey governor, they'll win Virginia governor, they'll win all the races and win them all big so Trump is scared and flees the fucking country. Christopher says, U.S. not sure why autocorrect is messing with me. Have a good night. Have a good night, Christopher. Good to see you. Thank you so much for ill. Line. I don't know how to say your name. Tell me how to say your name. Republicans shit themselves in the foot with this shutdown. Yeah, and we can end insurance. Just everybody stop paying your insurance. Everybody stop paying your medical bills. Send your medical bills to the White House and send Jasmine Crockett to the White House or send AOC to the White House to pay them. Socialized health care. They wanted to cancel all insurance for middle class and poor people so only rich people could have insurance. We'll cancel the whole fucking insurance industry. Nobody pay. They set themselves up for it. Fuck them. They'll go down with it.